Yeah, I'm good.
Hey guys, it's Bob Schwartz from the Home Business Advertiser. I'm so grateful that you could be on the call with us here. Um, the the January February issue of the magazine is up online, so you can check that out at homebusinessadvertiser.com. The reason I wanted to get on here with you today is I've had a relationship with Michael Choma for many, many, many years. He's helped me with lots of different projects. He's been ordering the 3 leads a day, and he had called me in November or December and said, "Hey, listen, Bob, I'm coming out with something new in January that's launching, and I would like to advertise it." So we were talking the other day. Mike's going to do an ad in this upcoming issue that's closing up, and I just started to talk to him, and ask him about his business. And I thought I would just invite you on, Mike. So thank you for joining us. I'm hoping we can get to know a little bit about you and your family and your background, and just ask you about your business.
Absolutely. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure. Um, Yesterday we were talking, and the one thing you said that kind of like really opened up a lot of things is I didn't know your story. Something, you had a life changing moment 25 years ago. What happened?
Well, and I appreciate that. See, I've been in this industry a long time, the home-based business, network marketing industry. I mean, back in the day, I got an Amway. A lot like a lot of people that are
Hmm.
hearing my story. A lot of people got into Amway back in the day. So I got in this industry to, back then I was looking for a good plan B. We all had good jobs when we were getting young. We were starting our careers and we were younger. So then all of a sudden everyone's like, "What's your plan B? What's your plan B?" So we got into Amway, and everything was rolling good. Everything was doing good. I went to school, had got good grades, and then next thing you know it, I went through the ranks and got married. But at that time, I owned a commercial finance business. My wife and I owned a commercial finance business, and we lived in New Jersey.
Hmm.
We moved back to North Carolina. We were building a house. In North Carolina, I got the big two-story houses, and they got they got these crawl spaces. To make a long story short, life happened. Something happened that nobody really expected. I walked in, came home, and I found my wife literally laying on the floor. She fell 2 stories out of a ceiling and literally just fell boom right down. Pelvis went through her stomach. Her bone, everything was just shattered all over the place. And at that time, I didn't know what was going on, Bob. I literally was like, "Oh my God." And I called 911. The helicopter landed, and everything was, she might be paralyzed. She might never walk again, and all this stuff. Parents were flying in, and my whole life changed, Bob. My whole life changed because at that time, I was rolling. I was doing good. I lived in New Jersey and moved to North Carolina. You could make more money in North Carolina with less
Hmm.
taxes, right?
Hmm.
So all of a sudden, I started looking at things and I said, I don't have medical insurance, right? And this is something I want you all to think about, people in your magazine. And this
Hmm.
is something that always was in my heart. I was like, oh my God, so many people out there are going to could go through what I went through. And what I went through was a big medical bill. And at that time, I had a good business.
Hmm.
My wife and I were rolling. We were doing good. We were helping a lot of businesses and equipment financing. But when our life changed that moment, she was in the hospital for 7 to 8 months. Parents moved in here, and my whole life changed. And at that moment, I realized I had a good plan B. At that time, and I owe a lot to this industry because at that time, Bob, I was involved in a network marketing company called Zango. It was a
Yes.
product, mango-steamed product, and that's where I met Troy Dooley, and that's where I met Todd Falcone and all the big guys in the industry. And they came down, Mark Weezer, fellows like that, helped me. This is what this industry did for me. They were like, "Hey, you got a side income coming in, but unfortunately, that side income didn't pay our bills." So
Hmm.
I had to go to corporate America. I had to go to corporate America, and at that time, it was very rough. You could hear it in my voice. I went through a lot, and then what
Hmm.
happened was corporate America set in, and I literally had to go get a job for the benefits. I got the job for the benefits, made good money, and corporate America was fine. It was good, but it was something that in my heart I never wanted to do for the rest of my life. I've
Hmm.
always wanted to circle back, like you were talking about. What made you circle back? I always wanted to circle back to this industry,
Hmm.
and this industry means a lot to me because at that time it helped me, and then all of a sudden I said to myself, I have a lot to offer to this industry. I have a
Hmm.
lot to say because I've seen what the network marketing and the home-based business industry has done for my family.
Hmm.
If I didn't have a plan B, Bob, if I didn't have that side income coming in, I would have went
Hmm.
bankrupt. I
Yeah.
literally would have went bankrupt. And the good news is when I went to corporate America, I did have medical benefits, but when I came back to this industry, I'm rambling, but
No,
I
you're
literally,
doing fine.
and I'm just being passionate. It
Yeah.
was a situation in my story that I literally, you know, I owe a lot to this industry.
Well, and you talked to yesterday, you said something about, people used to need a plan B. Now a lot of people need a plan C or D. And I know the new opportunity, the new business that you're advertising, that you're promoting, that you're growing, I know you've already started. Can you talk about how you began the B2B connector, what that is, what is the opportunity for people to make to start a business and to make money with you?
Awesome. So exactly, I've always said you got to have a plan B, and our system is broken. I mean, we all go to school. And here's the thing: I was national sales manager for AutoZone software division because I never went to school. I went to school. My father passed away at a very young age. I was 17, 18 years old and literally had to run a service station. So the hard knocks of me going to college and being pulled out of college to take care of my two brothers and my mother was the school of hard knocks. But I became national sales manager because
Hmm.
of my passion and my drive.
Hmm.
They didn't hire me because of my college degree. They hired me because they knew I could take a sales manager position and help those guys sell more. Okay.
Hmm.
But when I looked at B2B Connector, I wanted to bring corporate America
hmm
and networking or home-based business together because
hmm
most people can't have a corporate entity. They can't have a good sales career or a good job because they got to get interviewed, they got to have quotas, they got to go through that whole red tape.
hmm
Okay. They'll never see the fruits of being a salesperson to make $100,000, $200,000 being a salesperson.
hmm
And let's face it, the people you and I talk to in the networking world, why are there three leads a day? Because the three leads a day is because they want a plan B. They want
hmm
extra income for themselves. So
Yes.
when I built B2B, I said, let's merge it. Let's take the corporate structure
Hmm.
without the quotas, without all the red tape and the dog and pony show of going to all these meetings and rah-rahs, okay? But
hmm
then take the plan B, the home-based business world, and let individuals with no license, no interviewing for a quota position, but
hmm
allow them to make a six-figure opportunity. Let them work through a system. So I built a business with three verticals, three recession-proof verticals. One
Three
is called
recession-proof verticals. I like that.
yeah, and what we're doing here is we're helping businesses. It's a B2B entity. We're helping businesses with three solutions. BizCare 360 is a health and wellness product, and I'll get into that a little bit. Biz Lending 360 is helping businesses with business financing as well as working capital. And then my oh my God, I brought this on because of what happened to my family, my wife. Biz Benefits 360. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an opportunity. You have an opportunity now to get biz benefits at a wholesale price. Because
Mm,
right now, you, the network marketer, the home-based business, the person trying to make a living who can't go out and get a job for some reason or whatever, they don't have medical benefits. This biz benefits now gives them the opportunity to get medical benefits at three, four, $500 a month versus $3,000 a month.
hmm
So when I looked at all three of these verticals, I said, I can do all these verticals, Bob, but why don't I build a business around it and allow the average person to be part of this where they can make a residual income for working through B2B Connector. Now, B2B Connector really doesn't really do any presentations. What we
hmm
do is we actually will take the process and help an agent or some agent to get on their calendar. So I'm a lead generation company per se. I'm a connector,
Yeah,
B2B
right.
connecting. I'll connect a business who wants to save $639 per employee, okay, which is a lot of money sometimes, 639 times 50 employees. If they can save $31,000, okay,
Mhm.
a year, every year,
Yeah,
I
you
could
you made it. That's a new friend, right?
I made a new
That's
friend. I take
yeah,
that
yeah.
individual, say you're the person that brought the deal in. You sent the deal to me. We put them on the calendar. The deal goes through. I can pay you a referral. I can pay you a commission. I can pay
Hmm.
you for this. So my business it's not a network model, and we're not going to do matrices. We're not going to do MLM. Okay. What we're going to do is pay for performance. There's the corporate entity of it. You're going to
Hmm.
get paid for performance, but on the networking side, if you brought a go-getter in, I would
Hmm.
pay you 50% a referral override on that on their business.
So you're looking for people. The opportunity that you're providing is you're saying, "Hey, Bob, I can help someone um, work in the business to business industry." You're going to be you're looking for people to help business owners with three things. There's the health and wellness component, the lending component, and then the benefits, 360 benefits.
That's
Um,
correct.
you told me some numbers, some sample numbers of folks who had joined the business and are promoting the business and some examples of their income. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's income disclaimer because I mean, if you do nothing, you make nothing. We know this industry very well. But when I started this, and obviously I had a consultant position, I was still doing it for medical benefits and all that. And if you want to look at it, kind of like retired from that recently. But when
Mm-hmm.
I looked at this and I circled at this and I said, okay, let's give it a whirl. I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm getting close to north of 1,000 affiliates slash advocates in my company, in my business right now. A
Wow. And
thousand,
yeah.
okay? And these 1,000 individuals, okay, you know the 20-80-20 rule. 80% of them are gonna watch the parade go by, and 20% are gonna be like, wow, we got something here. This is incredible. So the 20 percenters that are really going out there are coming on my Zoom calls. I do Zoom calls, and they're learning. I'm teaching them. I'm doing boot camp for Biz Lending 360. Why? Because my wife, we own the finance company. Why
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't that be a vertical where I can help an average person who's not going to go to school and learn biz financing, but now they can bring a biz financing deal to the table,
Mm-hmm.
and if a deal goes down, they'll make a commission,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And it's a
So if you look
significant commission.
Absolutely. I mean, if you start looking at a bulldozer for $200,000 and there's money in the deal, why can't they make $3,000? Why can't they, you know?
Wow.
So when you start looking at these numbers, Bob, the average person in the network marketing industry, right? Let's get real. Lotions and potions, auto ship. I'm not putting it down. I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens when you're not on auto ship? They lose their income, right?
Mm-hmm.
What
Mm-hmm.
happens in B2B Connector? If you bring another deal to the table and you're making $600 a month
Mm-hmm.
and you bring another deal to the table, your check just went up to $1,200 a month or
Right.
or higher. So I'm helping individuals get raises instantly if they're producing with three verticals. So even biz benefits, if they brought in a situation where they had somebody in in AppleCare or a network marketing company
Mm-hmm.
and they can't afford health insurance, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if
Mm-hmm.
you're a company, think about it. My vendor that I do business with will do a private label for that networking company. If there's a networking company of over 10,000 distributors, how many times have I been in this industry where I'm like, could I get medical insurance? And they're like, no, we don't offer that. But
Mm-hmm.
now they come to me and I have a vendor relationships and I say, hey, I got a big company that wants to get medical benefits and they want to private label it for their company.
Mm-hmm.
I have that opportunity to give them now. They can build that opportunity. And if you brought that deal in, you get compensated.
Mm-hmm. And
So
it's a
when you
two
start
level
looking at
affiliate. I'm sorry.
it, it's I'd say a two level because if you brought somebody in and that person went out and they were making say 4 grand a month, you'll
Mm-hmm.
get 2 grand.
Gotcha. Wow.
And it's willable, it's residual. So if it's a residual piece, it's
Mm-hmm.
mailbox money. That's
Yeah,
what
like
I want.
that.
I know when I was in corporate America and I made it, six figures,
Mm-hmm.
wasn't mailbox money. I had to get up every day and hit my quota. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Mm-hmm.
problem with corporate America.
Mm-hmm.
The good news with a guy like me being in both entities,
Mm-hmm.
I know the pain of corporate America. I know the good parts and the bad parts.
Hmm.
I also know the good parts and the bad parts of networking. And one thing in networking is you want mailbox money.
Hmm.
You want that residual income that you can leave to your children.
That would be something cool to put in the ad, possibly
Yeah, I mean,
talking about
absolutely.
the mailbox money. And
And
now,
honestly, I have a good
yeah,
team. I also have a good team, Bob. I have my team. I took on a partner, Shalico. He's a builder in he's a big builder in Utah. All right. He had some connections, big connections. Because I looked at this and said, what if we bring in a deal with a big connection, 10,000 employee deal? Right.
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 It
And all of a
happens. It
sudden
could,
that individual is making a commission. So when I looked at it, I said, Shalico, you're my CFO. Because I'm a go-getter, but I'm not a money guy. I don't get into
yeah.
money. And then I looked at, who's going to do my marketing. I brought a lady in, Lindy Sweeney, awesome marketing. And here's another thing I did. I brought Tom on. Tom does my system analyst. He does all that. But when they join up, when you look at all this stuff and you look at how all these companies have all these like forms and all that, I had to make sure I made that right.
Hmm.
But I built a scoop system. You know what a scoop system is?
No, tell me.
So I put two managers in play. In corporate America, I believe managers are important. So I brought a red team and a blue team in, and I brought Kurt Wienhauer and Kurt Francis in. The reason why I did that is, and you know this, in network marketing, when someone signs someone up, they're supposed to be responsible to help that individual. But I've
Hmm.
seen too many times in our industry, and Troy could if he's listening, he'll know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
talking about. They leave the person flat.
Hmm.
Okay. And then
Hmm.
all of a sudden they're like, no one's helping me. No one's helping me. I built the scoop system. My two managers will scoop that individual up and say, I'm here to help. I'm dangling the rope. What do you need? And if that individual is a go-getter,
Hmm.
he's got the passion and the drive, my
Hmm.
manager's responsible to helping that individual get started.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. Scoop system.
Yep, that's what I built. I built that. And again, I have a great team and I stay focused, Bob. I want everyone to realize, when I went through all this problem with my wife falling, all that stuff, I wrote a little ebook back in the day, and I don't have it, but I wrote an ebook. It was on focus because I knew I had to stay focused. Otherwise, you can fall to the victim of, why me, why me, why me, and next thing you know, you're doing drugs and alcohol, and next thing you know, you're going down that path.
Hmm.
Okay, I
Hmm.
didn't go bankrupt because I knew the plan B. I had a good Zango. I had good money coming in, but I knew I needed a corporate entity. But man, people got to stay focused. They got to stay
Hmm.
focused. And what I love about B2B, when I put B2B together is the average individual can bring in businesses. They can
Hmm.
find businesses and help businesses with these solutions. The other thing, Bob, that really what I want to talk about is the businesses out there. Listen to me. Too many businesses rely on accountants, and I don't want to put down accountants, but they rely on HR, accountant people, and they always feed and they go, hey, I'm going to go to my accountant. I'm going to be upfront with businesses. You shouldn't be going for advice to a lot of these individuals because a lot of those individuals, they're not staying on top of what's going on with the laws. Okay.
Mm.
They're not understanding. Like my biz lending, a lot of accountants don't even know what Section 179 is. All right. They don't stay abreast of what's going on. So a lot of businesses need to start looking for solution companies, consulting companies that will help them
Hmm.
with these tax incentives, with these tax write-offs, all this, especially with the new administration coming in now,
Hmm.
because the laws are going to get enhanced for these businesses. And last example, accountants missed out on that PPE loans and that ERC stuff.
I remember that. Yeah, yeah.
A lot of accountants told their employee businesses that's a scam, that doesn't work. Unfortunately, the people that listened to them missed out on 30, 100, $200,000.
Hmm.
So there are opportunities and loopholes and possess uh, things out there for businesses. They
Hmm.
just got to find the right solutions. And that's why my solution advocates go out and talk to businesses to provide these solutions. So I
And
know I want to.
and I hate selling, but I do like helping people because it makes me feel good. But and you could frame this opportunity as that too, as you are helping business owners grow their business, provide lending, provide discounted, um, what
Health,
insurance,
yeah, wellness
yeah,
wellness program. So on
wellness
the
program.
wellness program, if you really want to know the truth, the United States government wants to help your employee, your employees become healthier. That's really what the plan is on BizCare 360 is it's a subsidy. Like you've heard of LED subsidies or solar subsidies. You've heard of people getting the solar system
Sure.
for their home or their business and they get
Hmm.
subsidized.
Hmm.
BizCare 360 is a subsidy for the businesses to keep that individual proactively healthy. That's really what
Gotcha.
it is.
Right.
And
Right.
the businesses don't know about it. And
Hmm.
they're allowed to make, they're allowed to save. Wow, that's a lot of money. Let's get real.
Hmm.
$639 times 100 employees. That's $63,900 that they could put back into their business,
Hmm.
in their
Hmm.
business for whatever they want.
Hmm.
That's
And then
huge.
what would the guy, the bird dog guy that brings you that deal, what does that translate to him as far as dollars or commission is concerned?
I got a tier system. Anything under 1,500 employees net, they're making $15 a month residual per
Hmm.
employee.
Wow.
So 1,500 employee deal, just give or take, and it doesn't have to be one deal. It could be a cumulative. So if you get the 1,500, you're making 1,500 times 15, you're making $22,500.
Wow. And
You
it can
go to
even be for small
1,501.
businesses too.
Absolutely. We're closing a plumber, 30 employee. We're closing a pest control, 12 employee. And that person that brought the deal in this month did 12 and 30. Next month he does 40. That adds up to that 15. He gets the 1501. I'm paying 20. That's 30,000 a month.
Wow.
Conversation's over. Lights
Right.
drop.
Right.
Oh, but
Right.
they got to have the passion. They got to have the drive. It's not a get rich scheme. This isn't a matrix. Okay,
No. No.
there's
Right.
no
Right. Right.
spillover. I know the comp plans in this world. Okay, I've been
Hmm.
brought up by the whole industry. I know this is a very simple driven opportunity for people to go out and start talking to businesses and help them with these solutions. I
Gotcha.
do a boot camp, Bob. I do a boot camp on biz lending. I teach people how to do like send postcards out. You're a postcard guy. I have a postcard system where I have my biz lending send postcards out to a certain industry. If they're
Hmm.
in love with a med spa industry, I teach them how to go out for 6 months, do a blitz, 6 months blitz to build the relationships in that industry. So
Hmm.
vendors that are selling that equipment will literally feed them business.
Hmm.
I'm
Wait, the
teaching.
vendors. All right, so let's talk about so the vendors who are supplying that business. So if I have a med spa, I'm buying a couple tanning beds and they're $10,000 or $12,000 each, and I need 10 of them. So I need $100,000 in
Yeah. So
lending.
Yeah, so what'll happen in that situation is tanning beds is not a good idea, but Med Spa has these other laser lipo things. So $70,000 lipo machine. Okay. The Med Spa doesn't want to go to the bank because if he goes to the bank, he's got to pull financials, right? And he's got to
Hmm.
go through all the red tape. And banks are only approving 17% of the deals. My company or innovative our company, which is my wife's company, is right here.
Hmm.
She'll approve that deal of $70,000. Okay, with no financials, no income verification, one
Hmm.
page credit application,
Hmm.
send the money to the vendor that sold the equipment to
Hmm.
that person. He gets paid up front. So he doesn't have to wait for the customer to get the financing or to get the
Hmm.
money.
Hmm.
So he gets the $70,000. The deal gets delivered, and the advocate makes, give or take, I'm just role playing with you, man,
Very good
about 1,100 bucks.
for one
1,100,
deal.
1,200 bucks. One deal.
Yeah.
One deal. On a deal like that, he can make more. It's like mortgages. How much we put in a deal, what's going on. Those deals range from personal credit, time in business. It's a little different.
Right.
Every
Right.
deal's different. The moral of the story is I'm teaching individuals that are working a regular job. They want a
Hmm.
good side hustle or a good opportunity. I'm teaching them how to make six figures by bringing in opportunities for three verticals.
Well, all right, so I'm going to put your phone number and links that you give me down in the description because we're going to post this up on YouTube. And this isn't just for people, you're not just recruiting affiliates or agents to go out and sell this, but you're also, I mean, there's business owners right now that are watching this. I know some of our higher end clients, they'll sell these $5,000, $10,000 coaching programs, big ticket coaching programs. Is that something that you guys offer lending options for, or should we just have them give you a call about that?
They can be called. So if it's a business, if you're hearing me and you're a business and you're looking for, again, there's three verticals.
Right,
So if
right,
you're
right.
looking at biz lending, if you need any business equipment,
Hmm.
financing, call me. If you need working capital for payroll, inventory, call me on the biz lending side. Three verticals: biz lending 360, biz care 360, biz benefits 360. If you're 1099 and you're having a hard time finding medical insurance, here's another thing, real quick. So many people went to Obamacare, the marketplace.
Yeah, I remember.
I want you to think about this. If you're in marketplace and you are literally getting marketplace and then you're in network marketing or you have a job or whatever it may be, and all of a sudden you put down you're going to make $30,000, but you make $90,000, wake up call, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to knock on your door and you're going to have to pay that money back.
Oh,
Obamacare
yeah.
and marketplace is for the poor, is not for the networker. The
Right, because you
networking
think.
guy should be getting in to make six figures. He should be
Hmm.
getting in here to make money. If he's not getting in here to make money, why are you getting into network marketing or home-based business or anything?
Hmm. Hmm.
So biz benefits was put in place because of my situation. I
Hmm.
looked at, I needed a program for the home-based business person to say, I'm single, I need medical insurance. God forbid something happens to me. Could I get a plan? $300-400 a month is doable versus $4,000 a month.
Right.
The
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, there's guys on Facebook that I see that are doing network marketing. They're like, do you have any good health plans? I'm getting quoted $3,000 a month. Bob,
Right.
that puts people out of
And
business.
then the deductible's 12 grand. So by the time
12
you pay
grand.
it, yeah.
I'm putting I got guys going in at 3,400, 349, deductible 750.
Wow.
I mean, I mean, these are the things. So how that works is the advocate or whoever it would be brings the deal in. They don't do any presentations, Bob. No presentations. I built a system. I built a system where they bring the deal in.
Hmm.
Our team puts them on the calendar, and then we have a CRM that when we move it through the process, they get emailed where the deal is in the process.
Wow.
That's Remember, I'm a systems guy. I built systems as well. I mean, I've done networking, I've done home-based business, I've done corporate America, but I've learned from both, and I believe systems are important. So
Hmm. I agree. All right, Mike, if you could please send me over. I mean, I have your number, but if you could send me over your links that you want in the description, I'll upload this up on YouTube. We'll get everything taken care of. Thank you so much for supporting Home Business Advertiser at 3 Leads a Day all these years, and I'm really excited for you. I really, really am because I hear it. I hear it in your voice. I feel it. So thank you.
I appreciate the opportunity. And do I just text it to you? Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, just text it or email it to me. I'll work on this in the next hour or two, and then we'll blast it up to everybody to let them know.
Good. Good
So,
deal. Thank you.
all right, Michael, thank you so much, brother. Be good and God bless.
Thank you.